Alright guys, today we're going to be talking about my top five spring baits. So first up, we have what I like to call a tiny crankbait. This one's a Boomer Square A. It's got I don't know what color it is, but it's got let me just turn this light down a little bit. It's got a green kind of back, like a fluorescent green. It's got kind of like a scale pattern on it with with some black and red. It's like a gill with some eyes. This thing gets a lot of action. It dives about between 2 and 5 feet maybe. It's really good right before the spawn or right after. Really just mimics a fish, I guess. Next up we have a jig. Now I like to throw the bigger sized ones, I guess, but you can throw smaller ones. But I like to throw a natural color with a bright trailer, and what that does is that allows the fish to think that it's in the weeds. So like I like to let it sit and then just kind of dangle it there and kind of shake it so it looks like a dead fish, just kind of shaking in some grass. This really works. I've used this, caught tons of fish. It's got rattles. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Number three is a Grub. This one's just green pumpkin. Bass Pro Shops Tournament Series. 4-inch Squirming Grub. These things work excellent. Watermelon red works even better, but I ran out of those. I like to throw these on a lighter jig or a jig head and let them kind of fall and work them real slow, like almost like a jig. But just I don't know. I don't like to reel it like I do with a regular Grub. I like to kind of bounce it in the water column. So like I'll cast it out, let it fall to the bottom, pull it up, reel up the slack, and then don't let it fall, but like hop it, I guess. I don't know, I'll have another video on that later. Number 2 is the Christy Craw that you saw in the last video. It is 3.5 inch, I think is what it says. How's that? It's a 4 inches. Well, whatever. I don't know how long these are. It doesn't really say. It says 3.5 inches, but I don't think that's right. Black and blue young Christy Craw, favorite bait probably of all time. Right here, soft plastic of all time, not bait, but soft plastic. It just catches fish. I like to use these right after the fish spawn because the crawdads are out. Everybody knows this bait right here. If you don't know what this bait is, you need to get you one. These are jerk baits. Now I have 4 different types of jerk baits here. So we're gonna start with Big Papa here. The Boomer jerk bait. It's got 3 treble hooks, but if you want, you can take this one off because if the fish bites here, it'll take it. If the fish bites here, it'll take it. This one's not really gonna do much. I leave it on. It's just a bigger one, basically all it is. So if you got big fish, use this one. It's just a black to a transparent color, and it's got white on the bottom. So white, transparent, black. And this one is more of a medium-sized one. These two are the same size, but one has a bigger bill. This one is a Rapala or Rapala for you northerners. Jerkbait, and it is a black to a blue to a chrome, and then to a white on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that blue in there. It's like a navy blue color. This one I love. It catches fish all the time. These all have rattles in them. This one dives deeper than this one. This one gets a little bit better action, but it's kind of rusty, so I might need to get a new one. And this is the Ghost Minnow floater. I don't know what brand it is. It was given to me but it is beat up. Like, it's got a little crack right here, another one here, and it's kind of rusty. So is that hook. I'm gonna put new hooks on that. But see, this one has a squared bill, while this one has a round bill, and this one has like a U-shaped bill almost. So basically, I like the Ghost Minnow the best because it floats. This one I think is a suspending, and I had never used this big one before. And then the last kind of jerkbait I have, some of you may know what this is, some of you may not know. It's a jerkbait. It's a fluke. Basically, you just work these like a jerkbait. They work pretty well, I think. This one has a really long tail. It's got that diamond tail on it. So basically, you just put. Some people don't put weights on it. I like to put just the smallest weight I have on there. You can put these on a shaky head also, but I just Texas rig it with like a 4/0, 3/0 hook. I always use 4/0 hooks because that's just what I use. And you basically just want to cast this dude out there and then just work it in like a jerkbait, and this thing will move to side like this, and it gets a lot of action. I don't really got anything else about these baits. If you have any questions about any of the baits I have, just ask in the comments. Where I got any of these things, or the brands, that'll all be in the description. And I had somebody ask about my camera in the last video, so I will put a link to that also. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.